Hello, my fellow warrior of love. I am not crying. I just put in my contact lenses because the glasses just mirror the light that's coming at me and looks really weird. So, I was just watching an interview by a former satanic priest. His name is John Ramirez. If you guys haven't heard his interviews, definitely check them out. If you're not someone who's like pro church establishment, just take what you can. Sometimes I share things with people and it's like, take what you can. Like I could watch a P. Diddy documentary and pull out, okay, I want to dream bigger. I want to create songs that the world listens to. Like I can even look at this guy was a dark satanic occultist. And when he shares what he did as a dark satanic occultist, I'm pulling out inspiration. That's the beauty of being an alchemist. You can take shit and turn it into gold. You can always do this. I'm gonna take what they did negatively and use it for good. So I went to share a video, just like a short video, inspiring us about being more active, being more activists, not falling for the new age movement that might, have us kind of in our bubbles and have us sedated with DMT and breath, just like being in higher dimensions and forgetting about our brethrens and sistrens here on planet Earth. Just come back to us, come back to Earth, come back to us. I fell for that. And the only videos I've seen were people who are like, I fell for the new age and now I'm back to being, let's say, a Christian. And I was like, well, is there another option? What's the other option when you're not a new ager and you're not a religious person? Just like a spiritual alien. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my club. Club Infinity. As I see the logo. I'm going to create a shirt that says Warriors of Love. Would you guys like that? Because that's my new brand. Okay, so again, see, this is what happened last time. I just finished recording it. It lasted 30 minutes and I ended up talking about P. Diddy. So let's keep it on track. John Ramirez started off as a dark satanic occultist. At a very young age, he went through dark satanic initiations by his family to get him to be a dark occultist. This guy was such a warrior for the dark that he would spend his when the rest of America was sleeping, he was out there in the astral realm, cursing families, cursing homes, going into churches, cursing, spreading curses, basically. And then there was this spell that he shared that was very interesting. He'd go to the ghettos of America and put a trap spell where people felt they couldn't get out of the ghetto, they had to stay in the ghetto, so that like it breeds more, and I hear a lot of rappers say, I never even thought to leave New York, and go to Miami or go to LA, or is like this feeling of being trapped. Anyways, so I was so inspired by his story. Definitely check it out if you get a chance. John Ramirez. Because I'm inspired by how much work he did for the dark. I'm like, are we doing that much work for the light? I don't know anyone who stays up all night in the astral realm. Actually, that's not true, because so many people have told me in their dreams, even people I haven't spoken to in years, that I'm there in their dreams, I'm there in their ceremonies. So I'm not going to say I don't know anyone who does a lot of work in the dream state. Yeah, so we are being, a lot of the warriors of love that we do stuff in the dream state. We're doing the equivalent. But I was inspired by his story because I never heard it. I don't know what I'm doing consciously in the dream state, but to hear what he does now as a Christian. He'll go and like alchemize or dissolve or transmute the curses happening in his city, in the country that is in. praying for protection for every being, protection of all the homes, praying for those people who are doing things that are bad and wrong, and like praying that God's love penetrates, or source's love penetrates into their heart, so they can have their healing, they can have their forgiveness moment, they can have their the opportunity to change their trajectory, and do good with their lives. So I was just talking about how it's important that we do that. I created a video on YouTube called The Most Powerful Prayer. And if you just play that every morning, it's like 5 minutes of your time. It's like the question I'm asking us is, how much of our time and energy are we using for the betterment of humanity? And how much of it are we just stuck in survival and only for self-interest, using spirituality only for self-interest? Right? So it's important to have that balance. So easy solution. Go to the video where I'll put it in below. I'll put the link below. Most Powerful Prayer, and just by listening to that every morning, you're blessing the whole planet, the whole universe. And then how much of us warriors of love are actually through prayer? He was saying when he was a dark occultist, he astral traveled to Europe. And he said this one time they actually ran him out of that city energetically through prayer. It was a group of Christians coming together and praying for their city, and how he not only wasn't able to penetrate that city, but it also kind of made him have to leave that city. So that's the power. Remember one candlelight in a dark room? Well, we're millions of candlelights all over the world, but are we united? The dark forces are very united. They're very, it's a global club, and they have structure, and they have meetings, and they have commitment, and they think long term. They think 3-4 generations ahead, and they're dedicated, and they follow their own version of religious texts. But I don't, and I feel like we're taking it easy. I don't think it's enough to be religious. I don't think it's enough to be spiritual. I don't think it's enough to do yoga. There's more. As a warrior of love, to really, activate your armor, your light body. Pray that all beings are shielded and protected. Pray that we all come back to our hearts, and be what we're here to be, do what we're here to do. Praying for those who are stuck in darkness, that they have their awakening. Put out those prayers. Otherwise, we're stuck. We're stuck just focusing on making more money. I'll speak for myself. I fell for that trap of just like using manifestation only for self. Even though actually, I'm being hard on myself, but I'm just saying I could do more. I could be more, because even the manifestation video that I have on YouTube at one point had like over 200,000 views, with tons of comments of miracles of people after listening to that, doing that manifestation process. That YouTube channel got hijacked, so now it's on a new channel, so it doesn't have those amount of views. But my point is, that manifestation video that I have has a process that I picked up from Neil Donald Walsh. I think it was called Better Than God or something, some weird title like that. And in it, we do this thing where you manifest what you want, but you also bless it for all planet Earth. And one of my prayers when I eat is like, thank you for this food and everything and everyone that led to this being here right now. May all beings have their needs met, right? So one of my favorite prayers is, may all beings have their needs met. May we all be fulfilled on all levels, right? So remember of the collective. Remember of our privilege being in a place where, for now, you're not, I don't know how to say it, but like, it's better off than 95% of the planet. So so that's all I want to say. Please comment below. Let me know what do you think about what I'm sharing here. What do you do as a warrior of love with your prayers, and when no one else is there, no one's watching? How are you contributing to the betterment of humanity? Not from a place of obligation, not from a place of ego, but just from a place of inspiration, and in a way that like it fills your cup to do that. Because there is a way of doing it where you're still stuck in the trap, where you're trying to change the world from a there's a place where we do it from where you're still stuck in the matrix, and there's a place to do it where you're doing it from the right place for the right reasons, where it actually works. But it's like it requires us to, how are we seeing this simulation? Are we seeing it from a place of it's broken, I need to fix it? Are we seeing it from a place of, I this is my experience, and I'm gonna do the things that fill me up from a place of unattachment. Like I'm detached to how things play out in the simulation. Um, like I'm not stuck in it. I'm not trapped by it. But from a place of inspiration, I will choose to do things. Yeah. Let me know what you think. It's a deep conversation.